We hear a lot that we need to let go of what doesn't serve us. What we don't hear enough is that with everything we let go of, something takes its place. If we are intentional with that, we can make sure what comes in is in alignment with what we need. So today we will take a look at what is replacing whatever you need to let go of right now. For you to choose, we have pile number 1 with an amethyst, pile number 2 with sodalite, and pile number 3 with citrine. It's focusing. Alright, let's start with pile number 1, and I will see you soon. Hello pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. We're gonna have a mix of tarot and oracle cards today. We have a lot of cards to go through. I'm gonna try to make this as concise as I can. And we will start, let's go one at a time here, one place at a time. We'll start by having a look at what you need to let go of. And we have the King of Cups and Hygeia. Hygeia is another planet. It's an asteroid that talks about healing, about cleaning the mind, cleaning a space. That can also talk about health and fitness. But with the King of Cups and Hygeia, I hope I'm saying that right. Hygeia? I don't know. What it's telling me is, first of all, it could be a person, a masculine energy. I saw 111 when I said that. So it could be a person that is in your life and you need to clean out of your life or heal the feelings you have about that person. It can also just mean that you need to clean your own emotions. You need to clean your own, like your emotional landscape, your inner life. I heard, that might be specific to just 1 or 2 people, and it's not the nicest thing to say, but I'll tell you because that's what it's in here. What is going on? Why isn't it focusing here? Because I heard it like this: you're feeling quite bitter, and I'm sure you have reasons to be feeling that way. I'm sure all these feelings, they are healthy. They are, you cannot really choose your emotions. They just show up. But nurturing it, it's doing you more harm than good. Maybe because it's been too long. I heard like this: you need a spring cleaning. Feeling this bitterness, feeling this anger, this... I heard bitter. I can name other bad emotions, quote unquote, but I heard very specifically bitterness. Yeah, I think it's overstaying its welcome. It's time to let it go. Oh, and it's interesting because there's the sheep here, and then the big fishes, not birds, those big fishes. And I saw it like this: well, imagine that you're on a boat and you fish such big fishes, and you're like, oh, I'm so lucky, I'm gonna keep those fishes, but they are too big for your boat. If you keep them, you are going to drown. So you have to choose to let it go. It's the same for both cases. If you have some feelings that you're carrying with you that is weighing you down, it's time to clean it. Let it go. Just let it go. In case it's one person that at first you thought it was amazing, but the longer you are with them, you realize that, they are too heavy to carry. They're demanding too much of you. Then it's also time to let it go. Yeah, that is what you need to let go of by number 1. I hope that resonated. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on with the focus, not focusing automatically anymore. But we're gonna get through this. And then we're gonna look now at why you need to let go of this particular thing here. And you have the Queen of Swords and Jupiter. Okay, let's think together. Queen of Swords. Okay, okay. It's interesting because we talked about weighing you down, and then we have here with the Queen of Swords, you have a balloon, hot air balloon, and I never noticed that, but this balloon is actually, I'm saying it's a balloon. I don't know if it is, because you see the lines are going straight into the trees, which means if this was a hot air balloon, it wouldn't be flying freely. You know, it would be tethered to the ground through the trees, and you need to set yourself free. That's why it's holding you down, it's holding you back. I see you like this, you're being this person, and you see all those birds free and flying around, and you're like, wow, I made it this hot air balloon so I could fly with the birds, and now I'm sitting here having to look at them through my magnifying, I forgot how that's, my telescope. And yeah, Jupiter is telling us, well, it's expansion. Oh yeah, that makes so much sense. Jupiter is expansion. Expansion. It is the vastness. It is, you can have it all. You can have everything. Imagine this. Yes, Jupiter is such a lightweight, huge planet. This is all the possibilities you're missing out by staying stuck with those fishes that's bringing your boat down. Yes, this is the why here. This is the why you need to let it go. It's because it's keeping you tethered. It's keeping you from achieving more. It's keeping you from everything that you could have, that you could experience. I heard it like this. It's like a leash. You are not made, you are a bird, you are a flying bird. You're not made to stay on the ground. Now let's see how do you do that? Because that's something I ask myself a lot when I see readings like this that tell us, oh, you need to let go of this and that. And I'm like, yeah, right, I know that, but if I could do it, I would have done it already. You know, how do I do that? You saying it sounds very easily, but in real life, how do I go about that? So we're gonna ask, how can pile number 1 let go of this King of Cups? And we have the 5 of Cups and Uranus. That's interesting. Let me think for a second. With the 5 of Cups. I see. Yeah, here there's a message again for those of you who are stuck with bitterness. Yeah. Maybe you've been holding all these feelings because you're not allowing yourself to feel, and I just saw 808, to feel what you actually need to feel. For example, let's suppose it is a person here, the King of Cups. This person hurt me and I resent them, I feel bitter about them, but actually what I should be feeling, what I do feel, truly feel, is anger. I hate them. They suck. I wish we could set them on fire. Please don't do that. But you know what I mean? Like, you let those feelings brew because you don't allow yourself to feel even deeper than that. That's interesting because the word that was coming to me was bitterness, and bitterness, it's not really anger, it's not really sadness, it's not really, I want revenge kind of energy is just, it's just this gray area feeling that can keep us from taking action and moving out of that. And you have Uranus here. Uranus can, it tells us about unexpected things, about innovation, about rebellion. Yes, new angle, like non-conformity. I think some of you, I heard like that some of you are good girls or good boys, or you know, you were taught to behave. And with Uranus and the Five of Cups here, what I'm getting is like rebel. Tell the person, show your anger, even if it's not a person. If it's you're mad at society because it keeps you where you are now and you don't want to be there. You know, you have all of those hard feelings that you keep inside, and the way to let go of that is really, I say burn them, but of course don't burn a person, but whatever it is that you're feeling, write it down, burn it, burn it, let it go. You know, like the physical action of burning something can be quite releasing. Even psychology tells us that nowadays. I have a background in psychology, and we in Gestalt, I used to work with Gestalt therapy in the past, and a lot of Gestalt therapy is about actual practices that we can do to release and move forward. And some of them is just symbolic, like burning it down, writing it down, tearing it apart, and all of that. That will signal to your brain, that will signal to yourself that you are ready to let this go. Whatever, okay, I heard it like this. Some of you might need to go paint shooting. I don't know if it's called like that. But you know, when you go somewhere with those fake, I don't know if I can say this, with those fake things with paintballs on it, and you can throw at each other. Yeah, anything that could release this trapped feelings. All right, now for the second part of this reading, we will have a look at what is coming in. You know what's leaving. And now we need to see, oh my God, the focus. What is coming in? Let me put this a little bit more to the side so we have space. And wait, I need to drink some tea. Yummy. And then we have what is coming in. And then here we have the Seven of Cups. Let's start here. We have the Seven of Cups and solar eclipse. Wow, it's a real huge transformation that you're gonna go through when you leave that. That's really nice. With the Seven of Cups and solar eclipse, it's giving me the impression of right now you're living in limbo. You're living, you know, you don't really want to be in the situation that you are now, but you are not able yet to move outside of it. So, or sometimes you don't even know what it will look like if you leave this situation, if you let this go. Because when I think of the Seven of Cups, there's this fog. There are all of these options that could be good or bad, and you have to make a decision without having clarity about it. And also the solar eclipse, you know, when the moon's shadow is the moon is covering the sun, you know, you cannot clearly see it. It turns the middle of the day into darkness. So it's not really night, it's not really feeling like it's the middle of the day. So I think what's coming in for you is what comes after that. A solar eclipse is a time of a huge change. And even though while we have the shadows, it's not clear, after the shadow moves and you can see the sun again, it feels so good, doesn't it? Everything was dark and suddenly it's bright again. So I think what's coming to you is clarity. It's I saw someone with their eyes covered and they're like, oh, I'm trying to walk but I cannot see where I'm going, and then whatever's covering your eyes is being removed and you are, oh, I can finally see again, look at the stars, how bright they are. And also there's something about these colors, that the deep blue and the golden, it's making me think of beautiful nights. I heard it specifically now. How's it called? I just heard it. Oh, I forgot. A summer night. A summer night. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Pio number 1. I forgot. I have a terrible memory. But it's Shakespeare's play, A Summer Night's Dream, I think. I might be correct, but maybe look that up. I mean, it's giving me whimsy goth. Oh yeah, I think maybe what's coming in for you is this clarity and seeing that life can be whimsical, that life can be beautiful, that you can dream, that you can have a life that's shiny and, you know, a life that's full of magic. Yes, yes, with the wand here, that you can create the life that you want, that you can manifest. It's clarity about that that's coming for you. And then we see why this is coming for you. We're gonna do the same as a mirrored reading here, but now we're looking at things that are coming in. And yeah, oh my god, look at that. The 8 of Pentacles, and specifically this 8 of Pentacles. Someone painting their wings. You were stuck there. Remember, I told you here, you were like a bird, that you are like a bird that's stuck on the ground. And now you're not just having wings, you are creating your own wings the way you want them. You're going to be able to do whatever you want to do, to be free the way you want to be free. You know, whatever life you want to manifest, you can start after you let that go. I heard it like this. Oh, for a long time I didn't experience joy like I experience it now. So yeah, you're having more fun. Yes. And the waning crescent moon, it's interesting, we had a solar eclipse and now we have waning crescent moon. During a solar eclipse, as I said, things are not very clear, you know, in the highest point of the eclipse. Things that are very clear. During the crescent moon, things start getting, oh sorry, my voice, things start getting more and more clearer and clearer. With the 8 of Pentacles and waning crescent moon, I think the reason this is coming for you now, like why it's coming for you, is that, yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself here, is that, yeah, you're getting out of the dark. I'm really sorry if this reading resonates with you, with what I'm gonna say right now, it resonates with you, because I see that some of you have been living in a black and white, gray scale life where joy is not there. Even if you're not feeling miserable, you're still not feeling joy. And this needs to start changing now. That's why I think like the universe, or whatever you want to call it, is trying to, is trying to tell you that enough is enough. Everything in life is balanced. You cannot stay stuck forever in this grayness. You deserve so much more than that. And when I say enough is enough, it's not like it's telling you off, like, oh, come on, you should leave this bad situation right now. Why are you still there? Why are you still stuck? Don't you see that you need to leave? It's not about that. It's just the way life is. Just like the moon, you know, we have a full moon, we have a waning crescent moon, we have a crescent moon, we have full moon, you know, and it goes, it's a cycle. It's a cycle. And it's time for your cycle to start changing, for you to experience the other side of that spectrum of, okay, now things are not gray anymore, now things are getting brighter again. All right, now we will finally see how you can facilitate that, like how something wants to come in, this change wants to come in, this clarity and joy is wanting to come in. How can you help that happen? How can you let them in? And you have the Hermit and Venus. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, first of all, we talked about joy, we talked about whimsy, about making things beautiful. And yes, go do things that are making you feel beautiful, that makes your space feel beautiful, your life feel beautiful, that brings you pleasure and passion. With Venus here, I'm seeing like it's time to have a glow up, and it can be a glow up, a physical glow up, but it's also about a mental glow up. With the Hermit goes in, it goes in within it himself. He goes within himself and to find the light that is in there. Here we have this mermaid and this lighthouse. And I think the way you can facilitate this change to bring about this whimsy, this colorful new world, is by looking inside yourself. That's the thing, like if you go inside yourself right now, you might find that bitterness. That's the cloud here with the Seven of Cups. That's making you not, that makes you not be able to see what really exists inside you. And once you remove that cloud and you go inside yourself, you'll find so much beauty, so much pleasure, so much joy just within you. It's already in there. It's just you're not able to see it right now. You need to float above or go within to be able to see it. And that's how you facilitate it. That's doing things you love, that's doing things that gives you pleasure, that makes you passionate about them, that, you know, that makes even being in a aesthetically pleasing environment could help bring that out for you. So that's it, my pile number pile number 1. I'm filming some other videos today and I'm starting to get very confused. Thank you so much for being here. Please let me know if you prefer longer readings, like this one was a bit longer, or shorter readings, or even longer than this one. And thank you so much for being here, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Today we're gonna use a combination of Oracle and Tarot cards to have a look at, on the first part of the reading, we're gonna have a look at what you need to let go of, why you need to let go of that thing, how to let go of that thing, and then what will come in, why it's coming in, and how you can facilitate its arrival. So let's start by looking at what you need to let go of. And we have the Devil and Aries. Oh my god, those are such similar cards. Wow, those are interesting. Okay, okay, let me focus here. Because with the Devil, we are talking about hidden fears, about sometimes even trauma and anger and, you know, feelings that our society has taught us to hide, that has taught us our shadows, you know, like the society tell us, no, this is ugly, don't look at that, don't show that. And Aries also talks about that, about validating your own feelings, even the ones that are ugly, you know, even the ones we don't want to show. It tells us that if you don't look at it, it will poison you. So the best way to deal with this devil energy, to deal with this dark, poisonous part of ourselves, is looking straight in the eyes. You can also talk about not necessarily being your shadow, but I see a situation. It could be like ancestral trauma, or even recent, like your own trauma, looking at things that happened in your past that still holds you hostage. And Aries is telling us, well, I know it hurts, but maybe let's ask for help. Let's ask someone, a professional or someone we trust, to hold our hands while you look at this messiness that we try to hide within ourselves. So that's what you need to let go of. Either the fear of looking at your own shadow, and because those things are actually the same things too. They can be the same thing, or a trauma, an event from your past or even your present that is hurting you so much, but you're not being able to face it right now. And what you need to let go of is the fear of facing it. If you cannot face it alone, maybe ask for help, but you need to face whatever it is that is holding you hostage. Let's see why you need to let that go. We have the Two of Cups and the sixth house. Let me put it here. Let me hold it. Let's think. With the sixth house. Okay, that's interesting, because sixth house can talk about our health, our routines, and with Aries and the devil here, I'm thinking the reason why you need to let go of whatever it is that's holding you hostage, that you're avoiding, is because if you don't, you will see it manifest on your own body. When we try to suppress certain feelings, when we try to suppress and hide what hurt us or what we don't like about ourselves, it can end up being somatized. We can end up having pains and aching and being sick, and we don't want that. We don't want that. We need to let go of that so it doesn't get to this point. Yes. With the Two of Cups here too, I'm seeing... Oh, that's very interesting, because in this specific Two of Cups, let me hold it close to you, I'm not seeing two people like we might see in the more traditional depictions of the Two of Cups. I'm seeing that's you and your shadow, your other side that you are trying to avoid. Is your hurt inner child. It is the part of you that, craves certain things that you deny to yourself, that the part of you that is not the good girl, good boy, that you were told to be. And the reason why you need to let go of that is so you can integrate both parts of yourself. Wow, that's very psychological here. I have a background in psychology. I worked as a therapist for many years, and we see that a lot. That a lot of the times the struggle someone's going through is because there's a part of themselves that they're shunning away, that they're like, oh no, I do not accept that on myself. Then what happens is this person can start lashing off on others, where other people they start lashing out on people that presents the same characteristics, the same traits, the same wants that they deny in themselves, or they can start self-sabotaging themselves or hurting themselves, sometimes even physically hurting themselves because of it. They hate themselves so much that they could hurt themselves, and that's not what we want. We want to look at our shadow self, look at the part of us that we avoid, that we dislike sometimes, that we hate sometimes, and find a way to see it with new eyes, so we can integrate it. We can claim that part of ourselves, and by doing that, we immediately take the power off of that part of ourselves. For example, let's say you there's a part of you. Okay, let's say you are a very type A person. You have everything always planned, everything's working within a schedule, and everything is organized. But there's one part of yourself that you cannot control. That, for example, you are binge eating, or you are spending hours and hours on social media, and you hate that. You hate it, but still you cannot stop. It's not until you realize that this is a part of yourself that's sick of controlling everything, a part of yourself that needs to be let out and roam freely. When you do that, it's not until you do that you can stop binge eating. You stop staying for hours on your social media account, not because you don't want to anymore. That will be a part of you that still wants to, but when you recognize it, you can negotiate with it and say, okay, instead of spending 3 hours on Instagram, let's spend maybe 40 minutes. Let's spend 2.5 if start small. Instead of binging eating and eating everything that's in our cupboard, let's try allowing yourselves to have 1 or 2 chocolates. Of course, if that's the case for you, specifically with binge eating or any other addictions, please do seek professional help. It could help you so much, and we talk about it here with Aries, about asking for help, searching for help. So yeah, that's what we have here. That's why you need to let go, so you can integrate certain parts of yourself and not cause any harm to your body or your mind. All right, let me drink a little bit of tea because my voice starts going away. Okay, let's see. Next, we're gonna look at exactly how you can do that. You already got a few hints here with looking for help, but that's an important part of the reading for me because I'm an impatient bitch. I will, when I get a message like this, oh, you need to let go, I normally think to myself, well, I would let go if I knew how. It's not like I haven't tried. I just don't know how. And yeah, I thought I would tell you how. Oh wow, we have Death and the 10th house. Wow, okay. That's beautiful. Let me focus this here. That's beautiful here with Death, because that's the energy we've been talking about. Need something that needs to be reintegrated. And with Death, more than reintegrated, we're talking about a rebirth, a change. Something needs to be recognized so it can not necessarily die and be gone forever, but die and come back as something healthy, as something that will serve you instead of hurting you. That's beautiful. But how do we do that? Here we have the 10th house and we have Death. How exactly can pile number 2? How can pile number 2 let go of this controlling, blaming, dark part of themselves? Well, I tell that to a lot of my friends, and they're like, oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say already, and I will still say it anyway, but I'll tell you, maybe look into some sort of therapy or any other methods or any other professionals that you trust that could help you through that. But with the 10th house here, oh, I see, because the 10th house can talk about career, status, recognition, being in the center of something. But here we're not necessarily talking about career. It could be the case for some of you. If that's relevant to you, maybe look into changing careers or doing something different in your career. But for others of you, it's more about letting yourself be seen. Yes, shining a light into whatever you've been hiding is shadow work. And I would really recommend that if you can, don't do that alone. because it's very, and I just saw 12-12. I think you need a partner, a professional, a good friend, someone that can hold your hand while you're doing this, because we also mentioned here before about ancestral trauma, and going through those things can be quite hard, but you need to shed light on them. You need to be able to see them from every angle, because right now the angles you're allowing yourself to see, they are telling you a horror story. But by putting those feelings, putting that situation, that past, on, like putting the cards on the table and looking at them without averting your eyes, you will notice things that you didn't before. And as I say that, let's look here. Your first card showing us what you need to let go is the Devil. And you see, if you were just looking at this part of the card, I don't know if you can see it, with these insect legs, and you know, it looks kind of scary and disgusting, and you're like, ugh, you know. But if you zoom out, you see this beautiful mushroom, and it looks so nice and whimsical, and you know, what a beautiful mushroom. If I do it like this, you just see the mushroom. If I do it like that, then you see the spider webs where you get caught. And I think with the 10th house here, and with death, you're being called to see, not to make the situation, take a situation that was realistic bad and sugarcoat it. It's not that. You will look, it will still be ugly, but you will notice that you're able to look at it longer and longer, especially if you have help, and that you can re-signify it. You can, okay, those legs, those spider legs, they are ugly, but if I not force myself, but if I allow myself, if I do the work to look at it for long enough, I can start seeing different patterns. I can start perhaps not being so afraid of it. You know what I mean? I hope so. Okay, now we're gonna do the same, but instead of looking at what needs to let go, why and how, we will look at what's coming in, why it's coming in, and how you can facilitate it. And let's start here with what is coming in. Judgment. You have lots of major arcana cards here. This is an important part of your life. This is an important, how do I say this? This is an important thread of your life, I want to say. It's something you need to deal with in this lifetime. And then we have Judgment as what is coming in, and Pluto. That's so interesting. My pile number 2, I want to point out to you all the cards that are kind of telling us the same story. The Devil, Aries, the 10th house, the Devil's, Aries, Death, and Pluto. They're all talking about looking into the shadows, transformation, rebirth, you know, validating your own feelings, looking the monster in the eyes. They're all talking about the same. So what is coming to you? First of all, obviously a rebirth with Judgment and Pluto. I heard it like this: I'll be much stronger at the end of this chapter. If this was a book, after this chapter, the hero would come out maybe a little beaten up, but also with new powers. Again, I will stress once more that maybe look for help while you do that, because it can be brutal, I'm not gonna lie to you. But once you do it, you come back a lot stronger. Yeah, I think what's coming to you, I see like, I'm a different person now. It might take time for you to do that. I don't think this pile will be the pile that says, okay, I will write what I want to let go of, burn it, and then it's gone forever. You can do that, it might help, but it is a process for you. But once you go through this process, even while you're going through this process, you'll be, I heard like this, reincarnated. But not in the sense that you will actually be unalived and then come back, more in the sense of a part of you that used to drag you down, used to scare you, will be transformed into something way stronger that is not scaring you anymore. It's powering you, fooling you. Yeah, I think so. And also with judgment, for at least some of you, what's coming in is justice. What do I mean by justice is that if someone hurt you or a situation hurt you and you've been hiding that, you've been, you know, you would wish for others to see it, to see what they did to you, to see, you know, like, look how this hurt me. This will be recognized. Even, I don't know if that's for everyone, but I heard it like this. They will pay for it. They will pay for what they did for you. That would be judgment. That would be a recalling, you know, and you don't have to be the one to exert vengeance here. They will get what they deserve. Yeah, even if you don't do anything about it. And honestly, I would tell you, don't bother doing anything against them, because karma is a bitch. It's coming for them. But in some cases, maybe there is something you should do, like revenge. In those cases that, you know, we could call the police, for example, then do that. I will be rooting for you. I hope it's not your case, but in case it is, go ahead. Then we're gonna look at why this is coming for you right now. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and Chiron. Wow, this reading is so deep. That's my favorite kind of reading to do. Chiron is the great healer. And it's interesting because we have a very important Chiron transit coming soon. Or I don't know when this video is going up. Maybe it already happened. But we are collectively going through a Chiron heavy moment, let's put it this way. And Chiron talks about healing wounds, looking at our own inner, our own heal. My brain froze so much right now. Gosh. It's talking about looking inside and finding out that you already know the answers, about trauma. Once again, this is showing up here. We have trauma a few times here. It talks about tending for yourself. Can also talk about tending for others, but mostly about the balance between looking after yourself and looking after others. Can also talk about knowledge, but with the Queen of Pentacles and Chiron here, I heard it like this. We also had the sixth house here with health. You are being healed in your body. Very specific for some of you. If you feel in your body that you're carrying pain, you're carrying some sort of wound that's coming from your emotional state, it's coming from your mental health. This is healing a lot now. The pains. Oh, and I just felt a pain in my stomach. Oh my God. Breathe. This is getting better. But for others of you that don't resonate with pain in your body, you are being healed in a way that will allow you to grow abundantly. Oh my God, I feel everything from my stomach to my throat is being activated right now, and it kind of makes me want to cry, because it's like for a long time you've been making yourself smaller and smaller and hiding in the shadows and accepting a lot less than you actually deserve. And this is changing now. Chiron is bringing about a change that will make you louder, that will make you bolder, that will make you more abundant, that will make you proud of yourself, that will make you not afraid to show up and take space. that's why this is coming out, because it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to, I saw like a seed, and the seed has been planted, and it has a lot of potential, but there was no light. It was dark. Pluto, Aries, you can even see in the cards, they talk about shadows, they talk about darkness. There's no sunlight here that could not fertilize, but I forgot the right word, but they could help this seed to grow, the seed to come out of the darkness of the earth. And what's happening now is it's time. The light is coming so the seed can grow and become not just a beautiful plant, but a whole forest full of life in it. That's why this is happening right now. And finally, we will look at how you could facilitate this coming, facilitate the arrival of this change. And we have the High Priestess. Oh my God, you have the Devil, the Death, in what you need to let go. And then for what is coming in, you have Judgment and the High Priestess. I have goosebumps. How beautiful is that? And the Ascendant. Wow, pile number 2. This is amazing. We just talked about you showing up and taking space and being looked at, allowing yourself to be looked at. And that's exactly what the Ascendant is. The Ascendant in our natal chart is the part of us that the world sees. It's not our mask in the sense that it's fake, but it's the face we use in the world. You know, if you think of yourself, you will probably be able to recognize a part of yourself that is inside you. You know, your inner thoughts, your inner emotions, your inner landscape. But if you look in the mirror, you also have a face. Not always those things match. Sometimes you feel horrible inside, but you're able to smile. So that's what our Ascendant is talking about. It's about this part of us that the world sees, that receives the sunlight and shines. And the High Priestess is talking, oh, that's so nice. Look, I was talking about your inner self, your inner intuition. That's the High Priestess. And the Ascendant as, the face, your body, what other people see, and how sometimes they don't match. But here, the way to facilitate this change is matching both things. You're ascending, let's put it that way, by trusting your inner self, by looking at your inner self or your inner life, your inner escape, your mind, not like with the eyes of the devil, but with the eyes of the High Priestess that sees it all, that sees the darkness, that sees the devil too, but don't identify with it, that sees everything coming and going, like ships coming and going, and is able to see it all and not necessarily nurture all of it, because some things we don't want to nurture. We don't need to nurture. It's better if we don't nurture. We just accept them. We just see them. And when we see them, we are able to guide them. Let's put it that way. So I see in myself, let's use the example of someone who is on social media all the time. I see that I'm on social media all the time. I might not be able or not want to stop it fully, but I can choose when, how, and what I will be looking at on social media or not. So yeah, I think to facilitate it, what you need to do is just listen to your intuition, look at yourself more clearly. Yeah, that's beautiful. I think actually there's not a lot that you need to do. What you need here in this part of the reading, what you need to do is look at the shadows with help, if possible. Resignify some things in there. Yeah, and just by doing that, the process is how you make the change possible. There's nothing you need to do. Once you did that, there's nothing else you need to do. It will be natural that things change. All right, my pile number 2, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you prefer longer readings like this one, or even longer than that, or shorter readings in the future. Thank you so much for being here and giving me the pleasure to reading for you, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Today we're gonna use a mix of oracle cards and tarot cards to first look at what you need to let go, why you need to let go, and how to let go. And then we will do the same, what, why, and how, but with what is coming in. Let's start with why you need to let go. What you need to let go. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles and Vesta. Let me take a moment to remember what Vesta is talking about. Vesta is an asteroid, and it talks about, passion, like a return of passion, creativity, especially like focusing your creativity. What else? You can talk about sacrifices, about what you need to let go in order to follow your passion. And here with the Seven of Pentacles, let's see, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? Okay, I see. Okay, point number 3. This is very specific. It could be that a lot of you are creatives here, but it doesn't necessarily need to be about creativity. Whatever you are passionate about, whatever you're trying to manifest and make grow. The thing is, what you do need to let go is that you want it so much, you're so passionate about it, that you have started to overthink it, or try to control it, or like, I will make this happen and I will make it happen this and this way. Your passion needs a little bit more space now to grow. Just like to have this beautiful tree full of flowers and stuff, there is of course some work you would need. What I don't know what's going on with my focus today. But for example, the tree. In order to have this beautiful tree, of course there's work you need to do. You need to plant the seeds, you need to tender to it, you need to water and weed off stuff, and but at some point you need to just let the seed grow and just watch it. So I think what you need to let go is too much control, too much you just need to let things happen now. You're suffocating your own dreams at the moment by forcing it. You could be feeling burnt out, you could be feeling frustrated, you could be feeling you could be feeling like you're sacrificing too much, because Vesta asks us, like, what are you willing to sacrifice, but in order to get what you want, what you're passionate about. But with the Seven of Pentacles, we are reminded that yes, work is important, working hard is important, but don't work yourself to the bones. Don't work too hard. You need to let go of control. Let go of the illusion of control. Because actually we're not ever in total control of anything. And that's not something I like a lot, to be honest, but it is reality. And then we have why you need to let go. And we have the Tower and Aquarius. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, you see, here with the Tower, this is specific Tower card. This person is holding the Tower, even though the Tower is falling apart. If they don't leave now, the Tower is gonna fall on their beautiful faces, and it's gonna hurt them. And I think why you need to let go is not necessarily that things are going to fall apart. Is that but that makes more sense. I just got another message here. It's not that the person is holding while it's falling apart. It's that they're holding so tight that they are breaking the Tower. It's more like that what's happening to you. And the reason why you need to let go is just so, if some things need to fall, they will fall, but you're not going to be around to let it hit you on the face. And the other things that will remain will, if you keep trying to hold it together, they're not going to remain, they're going to fall. So I think it's kind of protecting yourself, protecting your own dream. I just got a very specific example. For example, you really want to become a musician, and it's your dream. You're working very hard, you're learning, you're practicing, you're even recording yourself, but you want so much to be the best singer in the world tomorrow that you might end up making deals with record labels or whatever that are not good for you. Another example, maybe more, daily life, is that you want so much to have an amazing relationship that you are clinging to something that is, one, either not good for you, or two, that it could be good for you, but if you hold it too tight, will suffocate the person, and they will want to leave. And with Aquarius here, why you need to let go is, it's freedom. Again, Aquarius is about freedom. You need to, whatever this situation is, it needs freedom in order to grow. It needs freedom in order to become the best version of itself, whatever that is. A job, a career, a dream, a love, whatever it is. It needs freedom. It needs to be able to express itself in ways that you're not allowing yourself to receive. For example, again with a creative example, you want to paint something, or you want to create a social media platform or an Etsy shop, or you want to create your own business, but you have an idea of how to do it, and you will not accept any other way. You're trying to force it into an algorithm, into a marketing strategy, and you need to let go of these fixed ideas so you can experiment with other stuff that might not be the most mainstream, I forgot the word. The most mainstream advices that someone would give you in order to grow the career, in order to find a partner, but that it will work better for you. Okay, this is why you need to let go of that. Now, my favorite part, because I never know how to do the letting go. This part we're gonna look at how you do it. Yeah, the Magician and Saturn. Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. You know why? Because this magician can create anything they want. They have all the freedom. They have a vision and they go and make it happen. But with Saturn here, we're talking about structure. We're talking about, Saturn wants us to work hard and do things a certain way in order to get, something out of it. And the way you can let go of that is finding that balance. That's quite interesting. I saw it like this. Okay, that might be a little crazy of an example, but I'm gonna give it anyway. Imagine you are a potion maker. You are a magician, but your speciality is creating potions. And then you have this book that says if you mix ingredient 1 with ingredient 2 and ingredient 3, you are going to get a potion for eternal love. And then you keep trying to recreate this potion, then you will follow exactly the same recipe, same amount of ingredient 1, ingredient 2, ingredient 3. And then you get a love, like this, you get a love potion, you give it to someone, and then you're like, oh, I thought this would be eternal perfect love, and it's not working that way. Maybe it's because the person who created the potion has one idea of the ideal love, eternal love. You need to find out what your idea of eternal love is. Do follow the recipe, but maybe change the quantities, and so you will get a different result, a different type of perfect love, but a perfect love that will be perfect for you. I hope that made any sense at all. I think the way to do that, first of all, is finding out exactly what you want. You want to be a musician, okay? You are thinking about becoming, I don't know, Michael Jackson. No, maybe your kind of musician, the kind of musician that you are, is more like Billie Eilish or more like Beethoven. You want to start a new business and you're thinking, oh, the only way to do it is following model X that this big company did and now they're huge. No, maybe it's something else. Find out, and then you will know exactly what you need to do, when to take action, and when to just let it grow. Yes? Okay. Now let's go to the second part of this reading, where we look at what wants to come in, why this wants to come in, and how you can facilitate it coming in. Let's see. Let's start here with what is coming in. And you have the Ace of Wands. Oh, that's exactly what we were talking about. And Taurus. Oh, that's beautiful. With the Ace of Wands, we started by saying, oh, Vesta can be a return to passion. It can be a renovation of your passion. And that's exactly what the Ace of Wands is. The Ace of Wands is, yes, a fiery, passionate card, but it's a new beginning in a way. And you're not starting from scratch, not starting from zero, but you're starting from your own book here. You see? You're not following a recipe book from your grandma. You're following a recipe book that you are writing yourself. And you might be, how do I mean? You might need to have to make a few attempts in order to get exactly what you want, but go with an open mind. Go knowing that you cannot force it. All you can do is show up and do your best, but not force it. And with Taurus here, it's the same. Learn to rest. Learn when to act and when to not act. Maybe for some of you, have a look at Taoism, or specifically I heard Taoism. It might be interesting to you. You know, yin and yang. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but basically how you need to learn when to act and when to not act, and how both things are valuable, acting and not acting. Maybe look at the concept of Wu Wei, the non-doing path or non-acting path. Also, I really like the colors of these two cards. They look so beautiful together. So I think what's coming to you, it's beauty, like something really beautiful is being born, it's blooming for you. And Taurus also gives me this feeling of something comfortable, something delicious, something pleasant. I think the return to passion that's coming for you is, okay, I'm gonna engage to this thing I'm passionate about with a lot less, a lot less hardship. I won't. Oh, there's a specific. Oh my God, I'm forgetting everything today. I'm so sorry. By number 3. But you're engaging with the things that you love through joy, through lightheartedness, through experiencing it, and less like I need to make it happen, like dominating energy. It will become fun play again and not an obligation. That's what's coming in. Enjoying what once was your passion and now it's your obligation. Next, we will look at, that's okay, why this is coming for you right now. And we have, wow, the Sun and the 12th house. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. With the Sun is exactly what we were talking about. I just saw 1444. It's creative energy that it's allowed to play. It's a childhood energy. It's a children's energy. It's inspiration. It's following your passion just for the sake of it. Following your passion because it lights you up. And that's why it's coming for you right now. It's because if you keep on the path you are at the moment, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna hate what once you loved, you will want not to do it. And Spirit's like, well, it's time to gently take a turn, a sharp turn. Let that mode of being go, so you can really enjoy this thing again, because there's a reason why you enjoy whatever it is that you're passionate about. That's what makes you a genius at it. That's what makes you so good at it. It's because you really love it, and because you have so much to. I don't want to say that you have to share your passion because that will change other people's life. It's not about that. It might touch others, inspire others, and if it does, so great. But if it doesn't, it will inspire you. It will light you up, and when you're lit up, there's a ripple effect. It will share. But if you're so fixated on your passions in that way that you need to make it happen, it becomes an obligation, then it's less likely to have such a positive effect in the world and more to have a negative effect on you. And with the 12th house here, we're talking about asking for help, for example, about something ending. It's the last house, about something ending. Maybe it can talk about like chaos, like things are, when you're moving out of a house, you have this mess, you have boxes everywhere, or before you're going on a trip. I know that I'm going on a trip soon, and my house is completely chaos because I'm starting packing, I'm starting making sure everything is taken care of before I leave, and it's chaos. And that's the same. Your urge to control everything is coming from a fear of chaos, a fear of a crisis happening if you're not there all the time, checking your notifications, checking your, I heard you like this, your analytics, and you're like, if I don't check it, if I don't follow what the algorithm wants, then I'm not get what I want to get. And that's not the case. For some of you, that might be someone that's coming to help you, or you might be encouraged to ask for help. Let's suppose you are a YouTuber or an influencer or whatever, or just you have a career you want to follow, but you also have a child, or you also have a house. Maybe see in what part of your life help could be welcome. So in the case you are a YouTuber and you are filming and also editing, maybe see if there is anyone or any platforms that could help you edit, so you can focus on the reading, on the filming, that's what you like. Or if you are focusing on your career but you have to take care of your house and cook and do that, maybe see if there is another way where you can meal prep, or ask someone to take care of your child for a little bit while you do the housework. Anyway, this is why this is coming for you now, so you can enjoy your passion again and maybe realize that chaos is not the end of the world, that if you don't control everything, it doesn't mean that things will fall apart. And finally, let's see how you can facilitate this change. And you have the Page of Swords and Cancer. That's very nice. With the Page of Swords, that's very beautiful, because you see this dandelion here, and I saw it like this. I recently did that, where I made a wish and then I was blowing the dandelions, and when I saw that, I just thought, yes, my job was to, I went on that walk, and then I saw the dandelion, and I was like, maybe I'll make a wish. And then I made the wish and blew it, and it was, let it go with the wind, and there's nothing else I need to do. Nothing else I need to worry about. The wish has been made. My job was just to be on the right place at the right time, that I could find the dandelion and then make a wish. And now the wind will carry it, and I can just stay here hoping that my wish comes true. But for others of you, with the Page of Swords, and especially with those books here, I heard that, and also you have a book here, there's something you need to learn, like from a book, or not necessarily a book, a movie, a documentary, or even by talking to someone else. But for a lot of you is through books. That one message at a time. That you need to learn, and it will facilitate this change. Maybe we talk a lot here about trying different methods. That's not the one that has been scripted for you. That maybe, let's suppose you want to start a new career or start a new store or whatever, and you're following one marketing strategy. Maybe learning about different marketing strategies will be a way for you to find the one that works for you. But there's two messages. Because with Cancer, we are talking about your emotions being very heightened, your intuition, and okay, I'm just gonna say it how it came. Some of you might be readers, people that enjoy reading, and that is something that you can do to let go, stop thinking, stop controlling. Just go read a book that you really enjoy, or see a movie that you really enjoy, that it will help you regulate your emotions. Reading is very good for that, to regulate our own emotions. The other message that came is some of you are trying to write a book, or to write, not necessarily write, but create a story, something with storytelling, writing a book, or writing lyrics, or creating a Substack, or doing any creative job. That's what I wanted to say. You want to create something, so you're the output. Writing a book is the output, and you're focusing on writing a book and editing the book and editing 100 edits. And here you're being encouraged to maybe stop writing for a little bit, put it on a shelf, put it on a drawer, and go read instead. Go, have some input, watch a movie, see a concert, and get inspired before you go back to your project. Okay, pile number 3. I think this is what I have for you today. I'm going to stop your reading here, and I'll see you again soon on your next reading. Let me know if you prefer readings that are going longer, like 30-40 minutes, or shorter readings like this one, or even shorter. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.